And kind of touching on that spring portal cycle, who are some of the teams that you feel like have won this winter portal cycle, and who are some that you're maybe looking at taking a step forward in that regard into the spring?
Yeah, man. I mean, Colorado has just been going after the portal like it's been going out of
Yeah,
style.
Cormani
And
McLean.
I mean, they've been getting after it. They've been getting after it. And if talent acquisition is the name of the game, Deion Sanders is like, all right, let's bring in the Louis luggage. And some of that's from Jackson State, and getting Travis Hunter was huge. But I mean, what they've done to kind of tear out the old foundation, the 111 foundation of their roster, and go get just a volume overhaul. I think they're somewhere around 24, 25 transfers. Like, they've been going at it. UCLA has done a lot of really good things in the portal. I've been encouraged by USC. They've been pretty active in the portal, and I think the way they've gone about it, because I think everybody and their mother knows they got to get tougher. Whether it's the defensive line, the offensive line, like, there's room for improvement in the trenches for USC, and you got one more year of Caleb Williams. So I think Colorado and USC, I've been really pleased with and excited to see the dividends that they can make. Also, Auburn's been crushing it. So there's a lot of teams that I think have needed to and been self-aware and done a good job.
Is the transfer portal almost helping the Pac-12 kickstart their jump back into competition with these other conferences?
I think it could. I think you look at schools like USC that have like the NIL opportunities, and I mean, who doesn't want to go play in that fun offense? And I think also Lincoln Riley's really prioritized the portal. Like, he got there and was like, okay, we went 4-8. If I don't change it, like, there's not a ton more room to grow here. Like, we've got some talent, and maybe we can make a 6 wins to 7 wins, but he just tore out the foundation, brought in his own guys. And obviously we saw the dividends of that. So, I don't know. I'm also just going and playing on the West Coast is hard to imagine that's not attractive to someone. If you've been living in Big Ten country the last 4 years, last 3 years, like, yeah, I might go try out LA. I might go see how 70 and sunny feels in December. So
trade the snowy pine
I think it's a fair argument for sure.
I think when you
trade the snowy pine trees for palm trees.
Oh, you can't.
Not a bad trade, man. Not a bad trade.
I think one player, JD, when you look at the portal, who's garnered a lot of attention because of his lack of maybe attention is Spencer Sanders. And I'm not really high on Spencer Sanders. I know a lot of people really are. I just think there's too much bad and not enough good as a whole when you look at him. But he finds his landing spot at Ole Miss. What does this do? How do you see him fitting into this system? And what is this? Is this a situation where we're probably going to see Jackson Dart hit the portal here pretty soon?
I don't know. I mean, the fact that he committed, I believe, after the portal window had closed. So Jackson Dart was kind of like, if he wanted to transfer, he couldn't at that point. Yeah, I think we'll see him and Jackson Dart just go at it in spring. And I do believe that if it's not Jackson Dart, there's a pretty reasonable likelihood to assume he'd go to the portal. But in terms of the fit, like, just on paper, if other quarterbacks didn't exist in that quarterback room, the kind of the RPO scheme that Kiffin likes to utilize and some of the talent they have around him, I think it makes a lot of sense. Like, not to knock Spencer Sanders, but like, his best attribute is his athleticism and what he does running the football. And I mean, Ole Miss ran the football about as much as the academies did last year. So to have the other great players around him, I think could complement his skill set. I know Auburn was in the mix. I'm confused on what happened with Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Do y'all know what happened over there with Oklahoma State? Because I thought there was something I heard, and this could be true, this could not be true. I thought it was win the portal, didn't have the bites that he wanted, and thought about going to Oklahoma State. Was there any truth to that? Do y'all know what's going on? And Oklahoma State was like, hey, sorry, you've gone. What's the deal with that? Do y'all know?
So Robert Allen, the sideline reporter for the Pokes, was on with Smokey and Craig and Paul at 365 Sports in the afternoon. I think it was like 2 weeks ago, and that was what he was saying. He said that Spencer entered the portal. There was conversation about where he was at, and when he decided to come back, or the idea was Gundy told him, that's fine, but I would like for you to finish this right, and I want you to play in the bowl game. And that was the understanding going into that week. And as time progressed, Spencer decided that he was going to hit the portal. He was going to skip the bowl game. So when he decided that, okay, I want to come back to Oklahoma State, it was about halfway through the week of preparation leading in, and Gundy was like, no, we're not doing this. Now, that's one person's perspective who is literally inside the program, but I don't know if that's 100% correct, but that's what we were told.
Yeah, I mean, hey, when there's smoke, there's fire.
Absolutely.
And to me, there's something to be said for maybe understanding your market value. And the whole Ole Miss thing is fascinating. That only takes one team, only takes one situation. I like the fit but maybe something to be said for, hey, not everybody was fighting over Spencer Sanders in the portal. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. But I'm excited to watch it go down. It deserves a Netflix documentary, the whole Ole Miss quarterback situation with Walker Howard and Jackson Dart and Spencer Sanders. I mean, he has to hit on this season. Like, he has to be the starter. He has 1 year left. So would imagine they told him he'd come in and compete, but I mean, we'll see. It should be a lot of fun.